So let's get going, everyone. For today, I'm Christopher van Skalkwyk. I'll be the facilitator for today. And then I'm joined by three colleagues. I'm joined by Elke and our two speakers. We hope that Agatha can still join. Apologies, she's having some internet issues on her side as well, but we'll improvise the session and still get a lot of value out of the session in any case. So just quickly on the agenda. So we'll speed it up a bit so that we can still end at 11:30 as planned. But I'll just do a quick welcome and a quick intro to ASEN for those that are not aware of what ASEN, who ASEN is and what we do. And then we'll have a quick look into circularity at farm level and circularity at processing level, then specifically looking at the circular economy roadmap. And that session Elke will manage for us. And then we'll have time for a quick Q&A at the end. So without further ado, I'll quickly jump into the ASEN. So ASEN is Africa's original think and do tank for circular economy transformation. We're connecting over 500 circular economy practitioners across 42 countries while delivering tangible impact through the project implementation that we do through research, knowledge sharing, and also capacitation. Just in a nutshell, this is our vision. I'll also share a few links later on, and all of this is on our website, so you'll have some time to read through that in your own time as well. Our three punchy strategic priorities at ASEN is we connect people, we transform, and we empower. So on the connect part, we build and strengthen Africa's most comprehensive network of these circular economy practitioners, as mentioned earlier. And then in the transform part, we deliver impactful programs and projects that translate the circular economy into principles, into tangible business models. And we'll have some great examples in this session specifically. And then the last one is empower, where we specifically look at knowledge sharing, skill development, and tools development to equip our stakeholders with everything that they need to become more effective circular economy champions. So that's just in a nutshell. And then a nice map to say where we are active across Africa. So as mentioned, we have over 500 members in 42 African countries, and this will also be on our website that I'll share a bit later to everyone. And then a quick introduction to the Circular Food Systems for Rwanda program that ASEN is an implementing partner of, and which this webinar is a knowledge sharing event to share the circular economy knowledge with the wider community. So just in a nutshell, the Circular Food Systems for Rwanda, or CIRF project, aims to foster and strengthen the circular food system specifically in Rwanda, and we have there's a strong focus on SMEs. We specifically had 20 SMEs in 2 cohorts that where ASEN assists us with technical assistance so that these SMEs can improve their ability to utilize circular business models. And this is just one of the examples of one of the circular products that was created during this program. And we'll look into 2 more examples. We'll look at Glory Poultry Farm and at Zine in this specific session. And with that quick intro, I'll hand over to Elke to take us through the specific. Please introduce yourself, Elke, and also we'll go into the circular economy roadmap, as we call it. Over to you, Elke.
Thank you so much, Crystal, for the great introduction. And once again, thank you so much for the patience for the technical issue that we faced this morning. I just wanted to check in, Crystal, did Arkade join? I don't see her. If not, then I change around a little bit the content. I just want to quickly see. Can anyone answer that question for me?
No, Elke, Agatha is not here yet, so I think you can just switch it around with eNote first.
Okay. That is fine. So let me share my screen. I just want to check, can you see my screen first of all?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, something works this morning. Let me, now I can't go, yeah, okay. So today, thank you so much. As Crystal said, my name is Elke. I'm for ASIN, on behalf of ASIN, I'm the circular economy, for the circular food systems for Rwanda. I'm the lead for ASIN. I'm based here on the grounds, and yeah, working really hard on incorporating circular economy into the food system through the CIRF project. Very excited always to work on circular economy of foods. I personally believe there is a lot of potential in this particular area. So as you have heard, I think through one of our earlier sessions, is that we explained the circular food system at large, right, on how principles can be applied to the food system. And today, I would like to, can someone mute the other person that is not
Oh,
muted?
it's Agatha joined. Agatha is
Oh,
online. Okay.
okay, so I'll switch program around again. uh, so today we're going through the case studies, and I would like to do that by applying it to real life case studies from our program. So one, as Crystal just mentioned, is on Glory Poultry Farm, which is a farm that is applying circular economy principles to our farm at large. And I would like to unpack today a bit further on how that has been done through CIRF. At the same time, we also would like to look at agri processing level as well, seeing on how this can be done to processing level into the food system. And I want to do that by applying a circular economy roadmap today on that we developed based on the lessons learned of CIRF. So having said that, let me start with Glory Poultry Farm. So with Glory Poultry Farm, we have been able to apply circularity at different levels at the farm. So first of all, here you can see on the screen some of the practices that we have introduced. So let me start with the pig farming. So through the technical assistance that Agriculture receives from Glory for company Glory Poultry Farm, they have been able to adopt different circular economy principles. So a technical expert has been working with her company and helped her to introduce new circular economy practices at farm level. So starting from the pigs, there it was more about improving the hygiene and the housing. And this also has resulted to that the pig manure and the urine from the pigs are now using into compost production at our farm. Together with other farming to go to compost production, together with other farm waste, this have been compost has been produced, and through the technical assistance, he was able to really upscale the compost production so that he can not only use it as an input on our farm, but also to use and sell it as a circular economy product. So as to sell it to other farmers and other people that are interested in selling the compost. Also, we have introduced other type of farming practices, thinking about, for instance, the introduction of biological pest control methods. Due to the compost production, she has now reduced their mineral fertilizers. And also she has introduced cover crops. What is very interesting about cover crops, when I was talking with Agakate, was she mentioned to me, due to the introduction of cover crops, she managed to reduce labor costs. And before, farmers or staff were helping her a lot with the weeding. And by introducing these cover crops on the ground, under her banana trees, there's not the same amount of weeding needs to be done. So which means that she can allocate the labor to different activities on her farm, which was for me also a very interesting lessons learned, which has resulted for her also to a cost reduction. So she mentioned to me that over 135 USD each season. Now she doesn't spend on weeding anymore, but due to other activities she can use now this labor for. Going to introduction of cover crops. It also has like beans, pumpkins. It also helped her to protect the soil and to reduce soil erosion. Also, there were other type of water management solutions introduced, which really helped her also to be more sustainable with her water management and to have less runoff at farm level. At the same time, she also, due to advice from the technical experts, she introduced post-harvest storage facilities on farm, whereby she can now store it and dry her crops in a better way on farm, which helps her to reduce post-harvest loss. So these are some examples on how circularity can be applied at farm level, and this is how it has been done at the farm of Glory Poultry Farm. So this has resulted for her in significant impacts on our farm. So she, first of all, she created about 40 new jobs due to the influence of TA. So permanent employees that have now employed, especially on composting activities, and she upskilled that significantly. So as you can see on the bottom, she went up from 2 tons to 14 tons of organic fertilizers per month. And also she has significantly increased her production at farm. So this also had to do with the amount of liters of milk that's increased from 10 to 70 liters per day. The amount of eggs increased from 30 to 150 per day, but also talking about the cost savings and the revenue she's now making with the overall increase in activities and to be more efficient on how she is using these resources. Right now, over 38 hectares that she has, about 80% of land is now used for regenerative agriculture practices. So that is a little bit in a nutshell. So I think Agikata has been with her farm a very inspiring ambassador for a program. So as I would like to repeat this quote that she shared with me, is that due to the introduction of cover crops, we no longer do weeding or less weeding, which saves us time and resources, about 135 USD each season. Intercropping also has created additional income streams. This is another activity she added. And now she's also using crop waste as an animal feed instead of buying it, which is also saving a lot of money each year. So this is an example, a real life example from a CIRF program and how circularity can have an impact on the program. So since Agikata is on the call, I think I have said more than enough. And I already shared some impact levels of how CIRF has impacted her company specifically. But Agikati, maybe you can share with us, as the owner of Glory Poultry Farm and one of our superstars, how next to these activities that I mentioned that impact your farm positively, how also the community has benefited from this initiative. Agikata, can you share a bit more about that? If you're still here? Agikata, can you hear us? Agikata, are you on the call? I can't see the speakers from presentation mode.
I see her name, Elke. She is in the meeting. Maybe she's having trouble unmuting.
Okay, Kathy, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I have unmuted.
Yes, we have you on a call. Happy that something works today. So just to repeat my question,
yes,
I shared some. Yeah, can you share a bit more on how the program also impacted your community?
Yes. Glory Poultry Farm has helped a lot the community, especially in security. It improved the people's lives. Also, to start with our farms, It improved our farm. It turned our farm waste into wealth, like crop residues, animal manure, into variable products such as compost and animal feeds. This reduces production cost. It improved soil fertility and increased the yield while creating new income streams like selling and certified organic compost. It has improved the community because whatever Asen was giving to us, I mean training, we also trained the community. So they have improved their lives also by using organic fertilizer, by using waste into waste to improve their farms. The community have got new technologies. Things have changed and the yield has improved. The activities improved the farm fertility. Also, it improved the market linkages. Also, as I said, staff knowledge, and it helped the surrounding community by creating jobs. Promoting regenerative agriculture and providing affordable, locally made organic fertilizers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Agakate, and so interesting to hear about it. I just wanted to also ask you another question. So when you introduce something new on a farm or in any type of business, there always will be challenges. Can you share with us what challenges you faced in adopting these new learnings and what did you do to solve these?
Yeah, the main challenges were limited knowledge and skills in composting and waste management, as well as market access for new products. These were solved through training, coaching, and establishing linkages to markets and financial institutions.
So how did you solve these challenges, Agakate?
Yeah, the first challenge of limited skills, we trained the community, yeah, about regenerative agriculture using organic fertilizer, both organic and yeah, liquid organic fertilizer and non-liquid. Yeah, we also made awareness about these new technologies because people were ignorant about these new methods. Also about market access, we couldn't satisfy the markets alone because the market is very wide. We also have to mobilize people who were trained to make also the organic fertilizer so that we can all together go for the markets. We also they also got knowledge of regenerative agriculture. They have turned their farms into regenerative. And then about water, yeah, about the issue of erosion. We have been covering the land so that in order to avoid soil erosion, because all minerals were going away. After we have received the training, we also train them about avoiding soil erosion by covering the soil, but with plants like pumpkins, yeah, which later on they can eat and feed themselves, feed animals, and feed the community, and also take to the market. Yeah, they have also solved the issue or this challenge of financial by accessing money from regenerative agriculture and also selling organic fertilizer. Yeah, so soil is well managed, and we are developing in our community.
Thank you so much, Akigate, and it's so interesting to hear from you also live. Maybe just one thing to add here is that she did not only train the communities after we provided activities to her farm, but even the government was acknowledging the efforts that Akikate was doing. And right, is that correct, Akikate? And now they tell you you're an ambassador for the region. Is that correct?
Yeah, it is correct, because even the government's institutions were appreciating, because they ask us whenever we conduct such training, we bring people from the district or outside of the district. Well, different trainings have been made also outside of the district of Nyagatare, like what we trained one company in Kayonza and another one in Byumba. And more calls are coming, calling, asking us to go to their farms and train them. So there is a wide need of this organic farming in our country.
Thank you so much, Akikate. Since we have limited time, I would like to move to the next next activity for today's call. However, I think we will still come back to you probably at the end when there still is a Q&A session. I saw a few people having a hand up. Q&A we can do at the end of the session. So if we have some questions for Akikate, feel free to already, I think, to add them in the chat box so that we can see at the end if we can ask these questions to Akikate. Thank you so much, Murakoze. Maybe just to add one more thing, the farm is located in Nyagatare, so maybe just good to know. And also, she still receives some additional support in getting her compost. Also, we're working on the certification process for her compost as well. So that is something that we are still working on with her at this moment. Just to move to the next case study. So let's move from farming to processing. Processing is also a very important aspect when it comes to market creation. And as you already heard from Akikate, circular economy products like, for instance, compost, but we have so many more also at processing level have really benefits. And today, I also would like to walk you through our circular economy roadmap that we developed based on product development roadmap. I need to add that. And I would like to do that by going to the case study of Zine. Let's start with the circular economy road map before for circular economy products. So we have seen in CIRF that there is a roadmap that companies can develop, especially companies that are in transition of going towards circularity. And this one is, I would say, especially applicable for agri-processing companies, whereby we looked at a particular challenge and how that can be translated to a new circular economy product. So we have seen going from the identification of the business challenge. So a company has a particular question, like for instance, how can, in our case with bananas, how can for Zine, how can the byproducts from banana valorize? How can they be used? With this a business challenge or a business question. So that in that case, we link them together with an expert that is looking at what kind of solutions are out there to work on that particular challenge. From that solution, we create this prototype, which goes in collaboration with the company, and that prototype will be tested, piloted, and we also do some market research around it. From that market research, you can look into what are actually the most valuable circular economy products for the market. And also you have the step of, especially when you're producing for the formal market, for certification and how to upscale the circular economy products. So for us, these were the basic steps going towards a challenge to a circular economy product. And but let's dive a little bit deeper on how this can be applied to a company. So one of the companies of a program is Zine. It was an agri-processing company in Musanze, the northern part of Rwanda, for who is not familiar with Rwanda. Um, and they are processing banana chips. So from bananas, they make banana chips. And they had a challenge around how can we valorize banana byproducts. So for instance, bananas that from the chips that they couldn't use into the process, or thinking of bananas that did not make the quality of the processing into banana chips. How can we valorize these? So that was their question. And how can we generate a new circular economy product? So rather than consuming it as not consuming, considering it as a waste, the company can see it as an ingredient. And in this case, it was a real ingredient to go into a new food product. So an expert did research about what kind of products can be developed from that. And then the expert worked with the company to develop a prototype. Like in this case, they came up with different solutions. They came up with banana bread, banana donuts, and cookies. And for other challenges, so I'm talking here about the banana byproducts that can go into food, but you still have to peel. So they also came up with other solutions for that as well. But for now, I stick to these three. They came up with a solution and they piloted it with the company in the surrounding market to see how the market was responding to it. From that journey, they are selecting the products with the highest potential, and they even hired new employees to support the production. And then after they applied for certification, or actually they still need to, they're still in the journey, let me say it in that words. So we linked them with a food safety expert that looked, okay, you have now these new circular economy products, but what are actually the standards from the Rwandan government to come to certification? So in this case, they looked at, okay, what are the gaps regarding the certification, existing certifications that exist in the standards. So for instance, I know it needs to look into what infrastructure do I need to meet certification, or so for instance, a water treatment system was a requirement from the certification. He needs to have a person in place that have a particular background, which is one of the results why he hired a new employee in order to meet the standards. So certification comes with a certain standards that you need to meet as a company. Zine has been into this journey, and today I'll be also going to hear more from Zine on how he has been doing that. So that is a little bit the journey that Zine has been taking. Right now, they're in the step of certification. There are some infrastructure investments needed. I would say they're not too far off from applying for certification, which is a very exciting journey for us. So in sum, I think with this example we can see. Oh, sorry. Now I clicked my screen away. Okay, we can see from this example that you can something that was waste is now a product for the company and is generating new incomes. So these are examples of the circular economy products that they have been created. This is a way on how we visualize it. They're still working on the marketing and the branding on Zine sites, but just for today's session, we're talking about banana donuts, banana cookies, and banana bread. These are the three products that they're currently exploring, which has a big impact actually on Zine. You can see here are the benefits of Zine at this moment. So 4 new jobs have been created, including 1 permanent bakery worker and casual staff to deliver the products. Zine has the potential to be more resource efficient, also thinking about the cooking oil that can be reused into the system. So they are able to recycle 12% back of the cooking oil, due to a certain setup that they can introduce, and also they can sell the soap they can sell the cooking oil as to make soap from, so a third party can take on this opportunity. So 3 circular economy products already have been created, and now at this moment they are able to make more than $6,000 per month revenue. So still have operational costs, still need to think about taxes and all these other things, but just to have a little bit of an idea on these new circular economy products. So very often do we receive as circular economy experts and promoters, if circular economy can be scalable. I think this can be really demonstrate that this is an excellent case study that it is really possible to do this. So this is an example of Zine. So I think in sum, we can see that the benefits of circular economy products are new revenue streams for the company, new job opportunities for the employees, for the community. It helps to reduce food waste and loss. It creates new markets for circular economy products, and also helps introduce resource efficiency to save operational costs. So thinking about the example, for instance, from Agicate, where she was able to save labor costs and allocate it to different activities. Thinking, for instance, about cooking oil, that you can now actually, instead of wasting it, it's actually a new thing you can even sell to a new third party. So there is so much potential when it comes to circularity, and especially when we're talking about circular economy products for the company. I have said a lot already at this moment, so let me just give the floor to Zine also themselves. So I know we have a note on the call. I just first want to confirm a note. Can you unmute yourself at this moment? Is that possible? I hope the internet connection is working.
Yes.
Great. So happy to have you.
No problem. Yes.
Great. So happy to have you on the call. Thank you for joining us today. Um, I just would like to ask you a few questions. So I already walked through some steps that you have been taking. Can you unpack the steps a bit more that you have been taking when you bring a new product on the market from a prototype to the final product? I know you're still in the journey to the final product in terms of certification, but can you unpack for the audience your journey a little bit more on how you experienced it, and also to make sure that your product was profitable for your company? Can you share a bit more about your lessons learned?
Thank you very much. My name is Zenod. I'm CEO of Zine. Zine is in a food processing that focus on processing agri product. Really, before we come in contact with Sakura Aseni, we faced with some challenge. We process banana chips, but also we face more waste along the way. First of all, for 100 banana we bought, 10% waste as peels, and then 25% also are wasted because of banana chips. After meeting with Asen, there is expert that come to us and then make some search, and you find out that we can use that small cut banana into other useful product, and also how we can turn peels into other important things. With that, we come to make some prototype. With the help of expert, we make from small banana cut blade, and we see that it's very delicious, and the cookies very delicious. And also with banana peels, we make chicken feeds, which can attract more money than just turning peels into compost or give it without any change to animal such as cow. And then after doing such prototype, and then we go to market and make some pilot. And the market, you see that for banana chips, it's for banana bread, it's become a product that many people have because it was very affordable, and it serves for us to build our brand because it's become a product that we can serve to our near our surrounding, because we are based in a rural area where these people cannot be able to buy chips, because banana chips we mainly sell them in urban area, Kigali and other town, and the people around us, those rural people cannot afford to buy banana chips. But if that product, banana bread and banana donut, we see that the people around us become able to buy it because of the purchasing power. And then we focus. Then after seeing what the market see and prefer, we focus on banana bread as circular product, because banana chicken feeds, we see that it's meet with competition from other feeds from grain. And then we focus on, after consulting with experts from ASENI, we choose to focus on banana bread, banana donut, and the banana cookies as a circular product. With that product, we see that we started to change. All those banana cut, small banana cut, was no longer a waste, but it's become an ingredient for banana bakery. And then it's become a way to create more wealth. If that product, we increased our revenue more than $6,000 per month, because every day we have more than 5,000 package of banana bread that go to the market here in Musanze and in Nyabihu district where we are located. And with this product, we are also in the process of applying for certification, while we are trying to fix some gap identified also by an expert we received from ASENI. That food expert come to our premise and see and assess what we miss, and now we are working on it, and we think that before the end of these years, we will be able to have a certification or S mark on our circular product. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Enot, for explaining more about your journey. So when I listened to you, it sounded like everything went well, and we all know there are challenges, right? Can you unpack for us a bit more the challenges that you faced of bringing a new circular economy on the market, and what are the solutions to do this?
Okay, Bora, I think I'm with my team. Bora is there. Can take the lead.
Please go ahead. Can you unmute yourself, Bora? Bora, are you on the call? Can you unmute yourself? Thank you. Hi. Please go ahead. Can you introduce yourself for maybe for the audience?
Yeah, sure. My name is Bora Mangundi, and I'm a strategy sourcing manager at Zim Limited. I don't know if I can talk about the challenge.
Yeah, please go
Can you
ahead.
guys hear me?
You're free to go. Yeah.
Okay. So one of the maybe let me speak about 4 main challenges that we have been meeting, bringing a new circular economy product to the market, which are banana chips, and we have like 3. Like with banana chips, the consumer perception. At first, people were used to imported potato chips. So we had to convince them that locally made banana chips are a premium snack, which was very hard because like most of our population, like most of the consumers we're targeting, they were just used to imported the potato chips from different cities. So we were struggling to convince them that these locally made banana chips are very premium product or premium snack. And the consistency of the raw material, like different farmers and seasons give different banana sizes and moisture levels. So we needed training and equipment to standardize processing, which the CEO was talking about. And another thing was packaging and shelf life, like getting the right packaging to keep the chip crisp and safe was a learning curve. We had a lot to learn. We had a lot of people to learn from, to us, and everything to get the right packaging. And then it was the upfront investment, new fryers, stainless tables to use, training cost money before sales came in. But we tackled this by piloting, working closely with farmer cooperative for steady supply, and using the technical professional assistance that we are getting and coaching to improve our process and cutting losses. So the solution I can give also on consumer perception of a new product that many of the companies also face, just running store testings and demonstration to shoppers that can try banana chips. We're using clear, attractive packaging and labeling, like made from local bananas, health and sustainable, just to position it as a premium. And then leveraging testimonials and endorsement from supermarkets or nutritionists to build trust. Also, we had this solution for just coping with this challenge of consistency of raw material from many smallholders, like strengthening supply training on harvest maturity, handling and delivery time. So we provide improving planting material and organic fertilizer to farmers so to improve uniformity. This was a solution that Zen Limited was investing in a lot, like use objective weighing and quality checks at intake. So only appropriate banana go into production. And then what I can talk about, like lastly, on packaging and shelf life, the solution was work with packaging suppliers to source food grade, moisture barriers, and farms. And we are doing small shelf life tests on each new packaging option before a big rollout. So invest in sealing equipment, that's why we did, and proper storage condition de facto to keep cheap crisp. So I think that's what I can share on the challenges and solutions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bora. So when you're talking about the challenges, I hear you talking about banana chips. Did you have any particular challenges that was specific to the new circular economy products, like the banana bread, the donuts, the cookies? Is there anything else that is different from what you just shared with us?
Oh, I mean on challenge, the thing was also the consumer perception of banana bread made from offcuts that he was talking about, but that we had to overcome that by brand and communicating it as a premium, as I said, locally baked product, promoting it. And as the CEO was talking about, we offered free samples and testing events in just the nearby community, to highlight the circular story of the packaging. We just had a lot to do with that. It's the same as banana chip because we had also the consistency of raw material and recipe solution, standardizing ripeness criteria for banana disney for bread, also the solution on developing a written recipe and production. Sulfurize use the same ratios of banana to fruit. We had the same challenge some of the challenges were the same as the banana chips. So that's what I was sharing about. Also, the banana bread was part of that.
Okay, thank you for highlighting these. Um, And just in notes, one last question for you. When it comes to circularity, and it comes to other companies, what would you recommend doing them? If it comes to other companies that want to explore this journey when it comes to circularity, I know you have a very interesting mindset right now about how circularity can be incorporated, and I think you have demonstrated to us that you do it in several ways, right? You do it with the banana cookies, donuts, using the byproducts, thinking about the cooking oil that even can be recycled. And you were even talking about animal feeds from making from banana peels, which is another market that you are exploring. But today we're mainly talking about these three products. Is there any recommendations that you might have for other companies that would like to explore this journey?
Thank you very much. What I have to recommend is that to put into the priority circular practices, because circular practices have a positive impact not only on revenue but also on the way all people works. For example, here in Zins, circular practice has improved our revenue by selling banana bakery product, and also by improving our brand awareness and brand recognition along the way because of our new product that we introduce into the market. Also by turning those residue that was considered as waste into a gradient, we also turn those small cut banana into resources for wealth creation. It's increase our wealth and increase because we introduce other food product into the market, also contribute to food security of our region. So as a recommendation, everyone or every company that wanted to enter into agro-processing have to put into practice this circularity, because it's the way to improve, also to increase the sales and the revenue. Thank you.
I like that. It's the way to improve. I think you mean the branding and the surrounding community, and also to improve the revenue and the sales, which I think we have been demonstrating today through our case studies. I think that brings us kind of to our solution of today. I think we can see that it helps to generate new revenue streams, helps to reduce costs. It helps to maximize environmental impact by now using, in this case, we were talking about with Zine about waste materials, but you can also think about other ways of incorporating circularity, for instance, about recycling of the cooking oil or being resource efficient, right? That all has a positive environmental impact. But at the same way, it also helps to strengthen the food system. So I think we have seen it is a circular innovation is possible, it's visible, and can make profit for companies. And I think with these words, I'd like to close off and hand over to Christo.
Excellent. Thanks so much for that, Elke. And thanks, Agatha and Enote, for sharing. It's so amazing to see these practical and tangible examples. And I think it just assists with, I think, one of the major issues when it comes to circular economy and circular economy products is just that mind shift change. And I love what Enote said about seeing that it's not a waste anymore. And Agatha also mentioned it. It's not a waste anymore. It's a secondary resource that you can actually use. It's not something to throw away. It's something that you can actually utilize to benefit your company. So with that, thanks a lot, everyone, again. I think before we close off, we still have about a few minutes to go to the Q&A session. So if anyone wants to unmute, open your camera, please feel free to interact. If you have any questions, this is your time to shine. So please ask any questions for our speakers if you have any. And I think while you guys are thinking of a question, Enote, I see there's one specific question from Daniel asking, what just a bit more detail for interest's sake on what banana byproducts we are referring to when we're talking about zine. So if you can just give a bit more feedback, what are these byproducts and waste that you are utilizing? You're on mute, Enode, if you want to speak.
Okay. Byproduct from banana, we have a banana donut, banana bread, and the banana cookies.
But that's excellent. But I think the question here is, what do you actually use? What is the waste from your original way of your processing, your process? What is the waste that you are now utilizing that you normally would have thrown away? What are you using in these products?
Yes, it was off-cut bananas and over-ripened bananas. During the process of banana chips, we have a 20% of peeled banana which cannot become banana chips because of the size and so on. And then those off-cut and the small banana are just turned into bread by mixing with other ingredient.
Excellent. Does that answer your question, Daniel? I think that was a good answer. Thanks, Enode. Is there any other questions from the audience? Any comments, any inputs? Feel free to add.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Can you
Go
hear
ahead.
me?
Yes, clear.
Okay, perfect. My name is Mariam Kone. I'm based out of Ivory Coast in Abidjan, and I'm very glad to be here with all of you. I'm a quality senior manager quality for Coca-Cola company. I'm also an entrepreneur, a passionate about circular economy, because I do believe that there is a huge opportunity in Africa, and great job to the ASEAN team regarding all the support and advocacy you are doing for the entrepreneurs. I'm very happy to discover this network. And one of my questions is, do you have any chapter in West Africa or in Ivory Coast? If yes, I'm very interested to contribute, because I do believe that together we can achieve great things together. I also started my entrepreneurship journey 2 years ago, and now I'm willing to go into farming, where I can also apply the concept of circular economy and so on. That's why I'm really interested to build capability and expand next network. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that contribution, Miriam. So you'll see I added a link in the chat where you can join ASEAN as a member, and we definitely do have active. So we have a Nigeria chapter, and our Cote d'Ivoire chapter is very active. So please have a look at that link, and then you can see how we can collaborate and work together. And all the best with your future ventures.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm Okun from southern Nigeria. I want to thank the ASEAN Foundation for this webinar, and all the discussions in the webinar really resonates with me. I actually joined ASEAN Foundation about a year ago, and finished with my program, and now had to attend this webinar. The thing I'm interested, I've already posted in the comment section, the charts, but I want to, because I run a small holding farm in Nigeria, southern Nigeria, where at the moment I'm having issues with the waste, the piggery waste is unutilized and is littered everywhere around the vicinity. So I'm trying to, how can I access the training that can help me convert that to other valuable products, and also the poultry manure also, how can I convert it to marketable products? That's the challenge I have now. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Ogon, for that contribution. So similar to the link that I added for Miriam, please get in touch with us. Join as a ASEN member there, and we'll definitely get you into contact with our local chapter there to assist. But now maybe if there's, I don't think if Agatha, do you maybe have any tips in our last 1 or 2 minutes on poultry and pig waste? Maybe have 1 or 2 quick tips for Ogon to implement, or Elke, if you have any suggestions from your side as well.
Okay. Maybe I can contribute to her question, because I'm the one who is dealing with poultry and pig farming, and also other animals like cows and other animals. Yeah, you are in the right path. Yeah, by doing pig farming and poultry, you have at least you have something tangible in your hand to start with. Yeah, you can use the waste from pigs, pig dungs, and its waste. Yeah, you can make it, and the way you prepare organic fertilizer, we can also, since we are together on this platform, we can help you to give you all the list of raw materials which are mixed with those wastes, so that you can produce a light organic fertilizer. So we are here for you. You can find our address here, you can contact us. And since we are training our country, we would also to go beyond Africa, and probably reach at the end of the world, as God can make us enable us to go there. So we shall help you, shall give you all the resources you need. I mean the list of all my raw materials. Then we'll be able to start a journey as we have started. We started the very little, but with the help from ASEN, we have reached a desirable point where we can say now we can help others. So we are here in this world to join hands to help each other. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that, Agatha. And I think Agatha had a very good point there, Okan. I think you're already in the right direction just to start. I think that's the point where most people struggle. It's just not starting. So once you've started, you can just learn by doing. And we'll definitely, I think, Okan, we will put you in contact with Agatha as well, that you guys can connect and collaborate a bit more. And I think with that, we are unfortunately out of time. Just a quick logistics matter. So I will send out to all the registrants, I will send out the fact sheet that we utilized in the session that Elke used, as well as the recording of the session. So you will receive that, and also anyone else that was not able to join the session. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Thank you for your patience with the technical issues in the beginning. Really glad you guys stuck through to the end, and we will definitely see you in the next one. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.